Hey YouTube, this is the Robinhood investor. Hope you had a great week of trading. As always, I really appreciate your support. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to learn about investing, subscribe to this channel. Today I'm providing an update on my Robinhood portfolio. Currently, I'm at $300,970. Cash position of $29,300. I also have another $30,000 in a high yield savings account, so I can easily deploy it into the market when there are opportunities to buy. So most of my portfolio is in US equities, and the market has been extremely optimistic even with all the uncertainty. And with this cash position, I plan to slowly deploy into the market into a variety of stocks, possibly into stocks with the high growth potential, as well as in the emerging markets. So first position and largest position is VOO, Vanguard S&P 500 ETF. This tracks the 500 largest US companies. This makes up 17% of my portfolio, or $46,371, up 18.45%. So I figured since I can't beat the market, might as well have exposure to it. Vanguard Information Technology ETF, which tracks some of the largest technology companies in the US, makes up 7% portfolio, or $19,085, up 108%. Next is Schwab Large Cap ETF, very similar to Vanguard S&P 500 ETF. Makes a 4.67% portfolio, or $12,683, up 33%. So most of you have been asking me why I have why I have both Schwab as well as Vanguard ETF. I have both because when I first started into investing, I actually bought a lot of different ETFs, even though there's a lot of overlap. So if you were to start, I recommend picking one that has diversified exposure, as well as a low expense ratio, with a very high liquidity. So either Vanguard, Schwab, or iShares, you can't really go wrong with any of those. Next is Apple, which is my largest stock position. They're in the consumer electronics space, making iPhones, Mac computers, as well as a lot of growth potential in the services and wearables segments. Makes up 7.8% portfolio, or $21,199, up 137%. Warren Buffett has a large position in Apple, and he's been benefiting from the high growth this past year. Next is NVIDIA, which makes GPUs. They have a lot of growth potential in their data centers. So they have GPUs for data centers. This makes up 5.41% of my portfolio, and that makes up $14,691, up 118%. So their CEO was saying how NVIDIA chips has been driving a lot of the growth in the gaming space, but gaming is just one of the many applications that GPUs are in. So they also have computer vision, for example, like self-driving cars. A lot of different applications will use GPUs in the future. Next is Microsoft, which is in the enterprise solution space. So they're also in cloud, as well as Office products and Windows operating system. This makes a 5.38% portfolio, or $14,628, up 130%. Alibaba, which is in the e-commerce space and cloud computing in China. This makes a 5.28% portfolio, or $14,352, up 47%. Amazon, which is big in e-commerce in the US, as well as in cloud computing. This makes a 4.36% portfolio, or $11,854, up 149%. Visa, which is huge in payment processing. This makes a 4.31% portfolio, or $11,700, up 76%. Tencent, which is in social media, gaming, cloud computing, and financial services. This makes up 3.85% portfolio, or $10,471, 55%. Alphabet Class A shares, majority of the revenue is from online advertisements. This makes up 2.23% portfolio, or $6,067, 47%. So Class A shares has voting rights versus Class C shares does not. This makes up 1.67% portfolio, or $4,546, 52%. So I have Class A shares and Class C shares. It's about a total of, I think, $10,500. Johnson & Johnson, which is huge in the healthcare space. They have exposure to medical devices, pharmaceuticals, and consumer health. This makes up 3.19% portfolio, or $8,659, 15.26%. Facebook, which is also an online advertisement, very similar to Google. Their products include Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, and Oculus virtual reality. This makes up 3.02% portfolio, or $8,211, 45%. United Health, which is in the healthcare space as well. This is 2.14% portfolio, or $5,823, up 77%. So United Health, they engage in the healthcare coverage, as well as software and data consultancy services. McDonald's, which is one of the largest restaurant chains, fast food. This makes up 2.11% portfolio, or $5,744, up 19%. Boeing, which is in the aerospace and defense. This makes up 1.95% portfolio, or $5,285, down 21%. So even though I'm down on this position, I plan to continue holding long term because I think once things get back to normal and people are more confident in traveling, I think their demand for their aircraft will increase. Home Depot, which is in the home improvement space. This makes up 1.73% portfolio, or $4,697, up 72%. AT&T, which is a telecom. They have a lot of growth potential in their HBO Max streaming service. This makes up 1.66% portfolio, or $4,500, down 15%. I plan to continue holding AT&T because even though I'm down on this position, they have some potential upside from streaming service, as well as growth in 5G, and also they have a solid dividend yield. Costco, which is in the warehouse retail, this is 1.55% portfolio of $4,222, up 34.84%. So even though they're in the retail space, during these times, people have a demand for Costco services. And Costco sells a lot of staples that people need. PayPal, which is in the payment processing space. This makes up 1.54% portfolio of $4,174, up 127%. Berkshire Hathaway, which is a company that fully owns some companies as well as partially owns other companies. They have a large exposure to Apple, as well as some big banks. This makes up 1.26% portfolio, or $3,436. I'm up 3.22% on this position. So even though their capital appreciation isn't much and they don't pay a dividend yield, I still believe in their long-term prospects. So we just talked about Berkshire Hathaway. Next is 3M. 3M is an industrial company. They haven't been performing too well, but I think it's a solid dividend stock in the long term. This makes up 1.18% portfolio, or $3,186, down 17.67%. PepsiCo, which is big in snacks and beverages. This makes up 1.14% portfolio, or $3,097, up 13.55%. Baozun, which is the Shopify of China. This makes up 0.92% portfolio, or $2,504, up 13.23%. NextEra Energy makes up 0.91% portfolio, or $2,478, up 57.11%. Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company makes up 0.76% portfolio, or $2,062, up 47.97%. So they make a lot of the chips in smartphones, computer devices, and they have a lot of growth potential with some of their 7 nanometer, 16 nanometer chips. And I think with more devices going into the market, TSM will benefit. Activision Blizzard, which is big in the video game space, makes up 0.69% portfolio, or $1,887, up 19.56%. Disney, which is big in entertainment, their parks and streaming service, makes up 0.66% portfolio, or $1,780, 15.91%. I think Disney will take a big hit from the closures, people staying at home and not going to their parks. But once things reopen, I think Disney will benefit. And they have a lot of growth from their streaming service, so Disney will benefit from that. Cisco, which is big in the networking communications space, makes up 0.64% portfolio, or $1,729, up 11%. Trade Desk, which is big in programmatic advertisement, makes up 0.32% portfolio, or $866. I'm up 48%. Baidu, which is similar to Google of China, makes up 0.5% portfolio, or $1,353, down 33%. Constellation Brands, which is big in the beer, wine, and spirits, makes up 0.2% of my portfolio, or $541. I'm down 18% on this position. And they have some exposure to the cannabis industry, specifically in canopy growth. And I think with them infusing that into the beverages, that will be a big potential growth. Iqiyi, which is the Netflix of China, makes up 0.16% portfolio, or $446, down 26%. Vanguard Mega Value ETF makes up 0.62% portfolio, or $1,674, up 14%. Vanguard Consumer Discretionary ETF makes up 0.86% portfolio, or $2,337, up 71.92%. Last but not least is Vanguard Healthcare ETF, makes up 0.68% portfolio, or $1,838. I'm up 57%. So that's all my Robinhood portfolio. I plan to continue holding these stocks and ETFs and buying more stocks, preferably a good balance between dividend-paying stocks and growth stocks. I have a large cash position. It's currently at almost, let's say, $29,300, and that's in my Robinhood account. And I have another $30,000 in a high yield savings account, so I can easily buy when there are opportunities to buy. So some sectors I might get into are technology sector as well as emerging markets, just because I think there's a lot of growth in those areas. That's all for this video. What are your thoughts on my portfolio, and what are you buying? Comment down below. I'm going to use my referral links below, and both of us get $20 for using personal capital or free stock for using Robinhood. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to learn about investing, subscribe to this channel. See you in the next video.